Okay, hi.
Hello, everybody.
We are going to wait for a minute for everyone to start coming in. Okay, another one. So we already have 6 people. Hi, everyone. We are going to wait just for another minute or so other people start connecting too. This time, we are very, very happy to say that Webinar Jam, the platform that we're using, finally sorted their issues, and so we're presenting from Webinar Jam, and this time we are going to be able to chat. So for those who watched us last time, we're sorry about that, but we are back on. Okay, people are still signing up. Okay, I'm looking at on another computer. We have people coming in every second. Okay, so if you first, please tell us if you hear us and see us well. Just put in the chat, like here. Hi.
Got the wrong keyboard here. I'm just changing to.
Okay, do you hear us well? And if so, please just send in a little message. Yay!
Yes, somebody hears me.
Do you see us well? Can you smell us well?
That's what it's all about this week.
Taste us well? Okay. Hi, Bridget. Heart. Hi, Sharon. Yay! Cape Town. Just let me see. Okay, so we are going to start. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Loud and clear. Okay, perfect. So we are going to start. People are still signing in, but it's already been 2 minutes. And I'm going to start with my standard introduction and say hi and welcome, this time to our second webinar in the series of Taste of Awareness. It is us, Dorna and Daria, waving from Geneva, Switzerland, and welcoming everyone from all the corners of the world. And as you probably already know, either you already saw me or just received. I'm a client care manager and operations manager here at Sophrology Center Online. And sitting next to me is Dorna, who I like to introduce as a sophrology expert, the professional visionary, founder of the only online sophrology school in the world, teacher, a coach, a person that touched many lives in a most positive and transformative way. Woman on the mission to bring awareness to everyone and anyone who is ready and to spread happiness as far as she can. This is the second, as I mentioned, the second in the series of 4 webinars that we are going to be speaking about transformation aspects. The first webinar, which was last Tuesday, we discussed about the awareness of the present time, how to bring ourselves to the present time, how to bring our mind to our body, and the importance of the body. This time, today, we are going to be speaking about the awareness of the future time, about the mind and the 5 senses. And the next Tuesday, we're going to be speaking about the past and the emotions. And finally, in our final 4th webinar, which is going to be in 2 weeks, we are going to be speaking about the oneness of time and the values, and how values influence our decisions, and actually how we can get in control of our life. So to light up the torch of awareness in all these aspects, we will take time and do 15-minute exercises, sophrology exercises, for the next 3 meetings. The exercises are created to fit the time frame of a fast-paced era, bringing out the essence of meditation, visualization, philosophy, and more to you. Sophrology approach is derived from many centuries of human practice in consciousness field, from both East and West, as well as decades of research. It is very practical, and it boils down to this. By repeating the exercises, we teach our body and mind to cooperate. We start controlling our actions and stop being the victim of our memories or anxiety-charged projections of the future. So let's explore the next aspect with Orna. Please take over.
Okay. So thank you, Daria, for that lovely introduction. So today we're going to talk about the second level of sophrology, or if you like, the second aspect of sophrology. I'll have some slides and then I'll talk in between the slides. So I'm going to start with a slide here. And this is Taste of Awareness, second aspect. So the second level is inspired from Buddhism, and it is about the mind, the thoughts, and the five senses. Plus, it's all about future time awareness, awareness of that the mind can go into the future and go into the past, awareness that last week we worked on the body is always in present time, but the mind can be anywhere and everywhere. So now we're going to talk a bit about what happens, or what you could expect to happen from doing level 2 sophrology. Level 1 was concentration, being in present time, being just fully there to be aware of the body and what is happening there. You always concentrate on the body. It's very important in sophrology, the body. And we're always going back to the physical sensations in the body. But with the level 2, we can expect to become much more aware of our thoughts. What are our thoughts doing? Where do they come from? Where do they go? What's happening with our thoughts? All sorts of things around thought. And the other thing, the five senses. So all the way that we interact with the outside world, and also with our inner worlds. Then we can do future planning and become aware of being happy right now, which we learned in first level, to projecting that happiness and realizing we can be happy in the future, seeing ourselves, experiencing ourselves being happy in the future. And then, of course, there's spatial awareness in the second level, just being aware that we take up space in the world and giving ourselves permission to take up space in the world. And of course, improvements in physical health, and even more smiling than we were doing in level 1. So, before we start the exercise, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the 4 attitudes. So you have we already know them from last time, but just those of you who haven't listened before, and maybe those of you who have forgotten since last time. Free from judgment. So just be aware of your judging of others, and possibly you're also judging yourself. And if we're doing any judging, let's try and do positive judging. Look for the best in things, look for the best in ourselves. And then we look at the world as if it's the first time, with lots of curiosity and wonder. Wondering about our body, wondering about our life, and today wondering about our thought process and our 5 senses. Put in brackets, so all that we believe, all that knowledge, everything that we know to be true, all our should be's and have to be, and it should be like this and not like that, all these things, put them in brackets, put them in a nice box with a nice ribbon around them, put them aside, and you can always take them all back out again at the end of the exercise. And aliveness repetition. So aliveness repetition is noticing as much as possible what's going on in the body. What is the proof that we're alive? Aliveness is. What is this proof within me that shows me that I'm alive? So it could be tingling, it could be warmth, cold, tensions, relaxations, all sorts of things will be happening in the body during the exercise. So please look out for them, capture them, because that's how we're lighting up our consciousness. That's how we're becoming more aware. It's just like going into a dark room with a torch. You shine the torch and you suddenly go, oh, there's a chair. Oh, there's a picture. So we're actually studying our body, going in there and going, oh, there's tingling here, there's warmth here, there's cold here. That's what we're looking for in every sophrology exercise. And that by doing that, we're expanding our consciousness. And so just to sum all these 4 sophrology attitudes up is just looking at the world through the eyes of a child, as if you have no idea that you had a body or what a body does. You're just being curious about it. And then later on in 3rd, 4th level, noticing the outside world, where as if it's the first time you've ever noticed these things exist. Okay, so as we go on, today we're just going to just quickly go through the 6 systems. The body in sophrology, Professor Caicedo, who created it, suggested actually cutting it, as it were, or making it into 6 different areas. So it's 5 areas of the body, 5 systems, 5 parts, and 6 is the whole body. And these 5 systems are linked into the nerve bundles within the body, so the information system of the body. So the nerve bundles of the head is the first system. So becoming aware of the head. Second system is the throat and neck, the back of the arms, and the back of the hands. Third system, the chest area, the upper back. And the 4th system is the area between the navel and the rib cage. And the 5th system is all the sensations, everything that's happening from the navel all the way down to the toes. And then, of course, the 6th system is the whole body. So this is going to be the exercise today. We're going to do a level 2 sophrology exercise, and we're going to start with our eyes closed. We're going to do a physical movement. We're going to appreciate the 5 senses, and then we're going to look into the future and notice those senses in the future. I'm going to stop sharing the slides now, and I'm going to show you some things before we start the exercise. Hi again. So what we're going to do in the exercise is we're going to do what we call a 2nd level exercise. And for that, I'd like you to sit in the middle of your chair and with your legs at right angles. So I don't know if you can see me doing that. So I'm going to, I don't know how far back I can get, or Daria can move the things. So you're just sitting in the middle of the chair and your legs are at right angles. Okay, you've got your hands just on your lap. So I'm not right at the back of the chair. My back is straight. Before we start the exercise, we go into the 2nd level position. Breathe out, breathe in. Slight tension, and then relax into the position. So you should feel your seat bones on the chair. Your back is relaxed and straight, and your head, chin slightly in, so your head's straight. And your hands here. Okay, come back. So that's how we're going to do the exercise. Where are we going to sit while we do the exercise? And before that, we're going to do a physical exercise, which is we breathe out, breathe in. We bring both arms up, horizontal, tense the arms, tense the whole of this part of the body. The rest of the body is relaxed. And as we breathe out, the arms and hands come down, and we become aware of gravity and movement. Why gravity and movement? Well, gravity because for the 2nd level, we're working with the mind. And as I said earlier, the mind can go all over the place, the past, the future, dances around, even goes to different countries as we remember holidays or things we watched on TV. And so we want to make sure that we're well grounded. So one of the ways of feeling grounded is just being very aware of that gravity of being pulled onto the earth, being solid and being here and being aware of the body. So now, last thing before we start the exercise, I'm just going to go over the systems again. So I'd just like you to touch them while I do this. So just touching. This is the first system, the head. Second system, the neck, the shoulders, the back of the arms, the back of the hands. Third system is all this area here, the rib cage, and the upper back, and the underside of the arms and hands. And then the fourth system is this area here. So I just want you to touch those, feel them, notice them. And then the fifth is all the way down the legs and feet. So just giving your body a little hello, just feeling it with your hands. And the sixth system, the whole body. Awareness of the whole body. Okay. And just by touching the body, we become, as you might have realized, you're becoming more aware of this presence that you have in the world, this body, this machine, if you like, that we're in for the whole of this lifetime. Right, so I think we're all ready. I think you've got everything that you need to know for the exercise. And this time we're going to do the exercise standing up. The first part, we're going to sit down for an integration pause and to breathe in energy into the body. We'll stand up again, we'll do this physical exercise. And then we'll sit forward into second level position and do this physical exercise. We'll sit back, integration pause, and we'll come forward again. And we're going to become aware intimately of our 5 senses, each and every sense. So I'm going to ask you to put your hands over your eyes, over your ears, smell your fingers, whatever, and awareness of taste and awareness of touching, just like we did. Okay, so if you're all ready now, we're going to start this standing in front of the chair. Anybody that has fallen asleep in exercises, Sophrology exercises before, might find now that they're more awake, although people have been known to fall asleep when they've been standing. So, standing up in front of the chair. Got your feet shoulder distance apart, your knees slightly bent. You're becoming aware of the body upright between the earth and the sky. And I'd like you to close your eyes so that you can concentrate better on yourself. And if you want to open your eyes during the exercise, that's fine too. And if you want to sit down when we're standing, you just feel you need to sit down, please look after your own body and do what is best for your own body. Okay, so eyes closed, upright between the earth and the sky. And then I'd like you to become aware of sounds far away, of sounds near at hand, and of sounds from your own body, your breathing or heartbeat. And welcome those sounds as being part of life without trying to work out what they are. And now becoming aware of the first system, the head area. If you like, you can even just touch the head, just to feel you've got a head. Awareness of the forehead, the eyes, the nose, mouth and jaw, and the ears. Awareness of the whole of the first system. Now moving your hands and your focus down to the second system, so the neck and throat, and touch that too if you like, the shoulders, and down the back of the arms and the back of the hands. Awareness of the second system. And then awareness of the third system, underside of the arms and hands. And the chest area and the upper back. The whole of the third system. And then awareness of the forehead, the eyes, the nose, mouth and jaw, and the ears. Awareness of the whole of the first system. The whole of the third system. The whole of the system. The whole of the third 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 system. The all those physical sensations that are happening in the third system. And then moving to the fourth system, so the area between the rib cage and the navel. Awareness of that part of the body. Remembering also the back, the middle of the back. Awareness of everything that's happening in the body in the fourth system. And then moving down to the fifth system. So everything from the navel all the way down to your feet and toes. Either bend over and become aware of the feet and toes by bending over and touching them, or you can lift your leg up and touch them by lifting it up. Whatever is easiest for you. And now we're going to do the tension release. And for that, we breathe out, breathe in, we lift the hands up. We tense the whole of the body. A bit more, a bit more, a bit more, a bit more. And we release. And we just keep breathing out, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Second time, breathe out, breathe in. Tense, 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 tense. And release. And third time, clasping the hands, lifting them above the head, tense, 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 tense. And release. Breathing out, relaxing, releasing, letting go. And now I'd like you to feel for your chair behind and sit down again at what we call the integration position, which is just at the back of the chair, relaxed within the chair, awareness of the whole body. Awareness of all those physical sensations, welcoming them, noticing them, the integration pause. Now we're going to breathe energy into the cells of the body. As I breathe in to each and every cell in the body. As if I nourish the cells as I breathe in. As I breathe out, I'm aware of the cells harmonizing, them all vibrating in harmony. Breathe in, nourishing the cells. Breathe out, harmonizing. And then another integration pause in which I really become aware of all those physical sensations that are happening now. Now I'm going to do that exercise of lifting the arms. And for that, I move forward in the chair into the middle of the chair. The position that I showed to you, the second level position. The legs are bent at right angles. Your hands are on your lap. Breathe out, breathe in. Slight tension in the body. And then just relaxing into the position. Feeling those seat bones on the chair. The back is relaxed and upright, and the chin is very slightly in so that the head is also upright. And now we're going to breathe out. So just breathe out, breathe in. Hold the breath, lift the arms up to horizontal. Tense the arms, the hands. A bit more, a bit more, a bit more. And then breathe out. Slowly bring the hands down, awareness of gravity and movement. Awareness of everything that's happening in the body. Now a second time, the same exercise. Breathe out, breathe in. Lift the arms up. Tense, 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 tense. And release. Slowly, gravity and movement. And then do the same exercise a third time in your own rhythm. Starting with breathing out. And then move back again in the chair into the integration position for an integration pause. Awareness of everything that's happening in the body now. All those physical sensations. And now I'd like you to move forward again in the chair into the second level position, the middle of the chair. Legs at right angles, hands on the lap. Breathe out, breathe in. Slight tension, relax into the position. Awareness of the body in this position. And now we're going to become aware of our senses. And we're going to start with the sense of sight. So just putting your hands, bring them up and cupping your hands and putting them over your eyes. Your eyes are shut, your hands are there, just awareness, the sense of sight, feeling of gratitude that you can see. Taking one hand off, an awareness of keeping the eyes shut, but awareness of the light that's there. Bringing the hand back up again. Taking the other hand off, awareness of one eye is dark, one is light. Putting the other hand back, both hands are over your eyes. Feeling of gratitude for sight. Bring the hands down to your knees. And just thinking of an object, bit of fruit, tree, an apple, whatever you like to think about. And noticing that you have inner sight. You can actually see things inside. Some of you will be better at this than others, and maybe some people can't see anything at all. But most people see things when they dream, so it's possible for everybody. Now we're going to become aware of ears, the sense of hearing. So put your hands over your ears, awareness, hearing. With your cupped hands over your ears, you may even hear almost like the sea, like when you put a shell over your ears. You take one hand away, awareness of the sounds coming in from that ear. Hand back again, take the other one off. Again, awareness of the sounds that are coming in. And put the hand back up again. Just that gratitude and thankfulness that we can hear. Bring the hands down. And just thinking of some music that you like. And hear that music. your inner ear, your inner sense of hearing. Gratitude for the inner sense of hearing. Now just noticing smell, so just bring your hand up, smell your hand, maybe your clothes, or anything else in your body. Just smell it. Maybe your back of your hand smells different from the palm of your hand, smell the other hand. And just this gratitude for the sense of smell, bringing your hands down again, awareness of the sense of smell. And thinking of your favorite scent or your favorite smell. Maybe it's something you love to eat or being out in nature. Maybe it's a perfume. The sense of smell. The inner sense of smell. Gratitude for that inner sense. And then the sense of taste. So just running your tongue around your mouth, your teeth, awareness of taste. All those taste buds. What's the taste that's in your mouth right now? If you lick your lips, expect they taste slightly differently from the mouth. And then thinking of something that you love to eat. The taste of something you love to eat or drink. And just noticing how powerful it is, that inner sense of taste. Gratitude for the inner sense of taste. And then finally, the sense of touch. Just touching your head, noticing the different parts. It's probably hairy parts and not hairy parts, soft parts, hard parts. Be curious and wondering as if it's the first time you've noticed that you have this thing called a head, and you're exploring it with your sense of touch. Also awareness of touching and being touched. Bringing the hands down onto your knees again. Gratitude for the sense of touch, this feeling of appreciation that we have this capacity to touch. And then thinking of something that you love touching. Maybe it's your cat or dog or, I don't know, water, snow, whatever it is that you'd like to imagine touching. And just gratitude that we have this inner sense of touch. And then when you're ready, moving back into the chair, into the integration position, the integration pause. And while you're noticing all the physical sensations, just also that gratitude and appreciation for these 5 senses that let us explore the world. And some of you don't have all your 5 senses, just being gratitude for the ones that you do have, appreciating them, and also noticing the inner senses. And I'd like you just to take a little trip into the future. Maybe it's this afternoon, maybe tomorrow, maybe a week away. And I'd like you to think of a sensuous experience. And maybe it's just eating some delicious food. Maybe it's listening and dancing to your best music. Maybe it's just being with lots of scents and smells. Maybe it's being in a cinema and watching great films. Maybe it's just all of those together. So going into the future, planning some nice moments of using your senses. It's going to let you do that now. And then just noticing your body in the chair, letting go of all those visualizations or sensations. Just becoming aware of body sensations, everything that's happening in the body now. This is the final integration pause. We're just aware of the body after having finished the Sophrology exercise. And then still keeping those feelings of well-being discovered during the exercise, beginning to move the body and stretch the body. The way it feels like moving, stretching, and expressing itself. And taking all the time that you need. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, opening your eyes. You might like to just, in one of the chat messages, just send us a little chat of what happened during the exercise, how you're feeling now, anything you'd like to share with us. Because typically in a Sophrology exercise, you would write down afterwards what you noticed during the exercise. Because that way your body actually realizes somebody's listening to me. And you also just take that time to reflect. So you're almost redoing the exercise as you're reflecting over what you noticed. So if you could just chat, send in some chats on how you felt during the exercise, what happened. It'd be nice to hear from you. So thank you. We're hearing relaxed. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to go on about, just to let you know that in the second level of Sophrology, we have lots of exercises that are around thoughts, thinking, and using our inner senses. And really making those stronger, especially the inner ones, because those help us to create the future and to create the life that we love to live. So we're going to be offering you in the springtime, we're going to be offering some Sophrology exercises. In fact, a course of level 1 Sophrology. So there's going to be more information about that next week. And we've got some great special offers for you. And we've got some exciting news about this level 1 Sophrology that we're going to be doing in springtime.
I'm going to come in.
So thank you. And Daria's going to come in now.
I'm coming in. We're getting a lot of feedback. Yeah.
Yes.
I was spying from the other computer.
So I got feeling good after, definitely feeling relaxed and more aware of my body, and relaxed and aware of the senses. So thank you, all of you who have written in, and anybody that we haven't noticed. Quite a few of those.
That's really, really cool. I'm sure that some of the people are still like in the mood. They're still like, oh, I'm not ready to open my eyes.
The first one we did, some people we wrote in to emails afterwards saying, we've just woken up.
Very true.
So here's Daria to finish off.
Yes, so I'm just going to remind you that the next week we are going to be meeting again on Tuesday. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. It's so amazing. I always love to see the response of people, and I always like to do the exercises myself. This is really amazing. So as Dorna mentioned, we had quite some feedback. This is I lost count. This is our 4th webinar altogether.
Yes.
Since we started. We started because anyway, we had a lot of people asking us and wanting to hear from us, but more that we are now into the webinaring, presenting, more feedback we get. And it seems that there is quite a need for a course, which is more like a public course. So far, we have a diploma course, which is for people that would like to be sophrologists and would like to continue working as a sophrologist and spread sophrology. But there are more and more people that are asking for sophrology course that would be only for them, for self-development. And we are looking into making that possible in spring, as Dorna mentioned, and we're going to have more information about that next week. And if you're interested in knowing more, just shoot us an email. Also, if you would like to ask some questions at this point, please feel free. As long as we're here, we are happy to answer any questions. So I'm going to open the Q&A session for this time. And until we get some questions in, I'm just going to be reminding you about what we were speaking about in previous webinars, about sophrology in general and about the 4 aspects. So would you like me to take over? Or do you want to say something?
You're doing really well.
Yeah. So we were speaking about sophrology and burnout and sophrology and anxiety and how you can create your own career, or actually how to integrate sophrology into your lives. That's the first 2 webinars that we had. And then we went more and more into details about what level of sophrology answers to which aspect of transformations of one's life. Anyone, any questions as I'm speaking? Walked in. I don't know. Oh. No, it is. We still have 17 people. Yeah, no questions so far. Let me just see. Okay, so I'm just going to make a short recap, and then if no questions arrive, we're going to wrap up this session. So we were speaking about 4 levels of sophrology. The first cycle, which actually helps as you exercise, which typically takes about 6 to 8 weeks per level. If you exercise every day, you teach your mind and your body to connect, and you start being able to create your future and control the emotions that you're taking from the past, as well as bringing yourself to the present time and feel more relaxed in any situation, and basically learn how to act and not only react. So we are having the first question, I think. Second.
Will there be a replay?
Okay. Yes, so CJ, hi. The replay is going to come to your email in about an hour, if that's fine, because that's how much it takes for the video to be processed and link to be sent. So yes, the answer is yes. And also, if you're interested, if you are now joining us for the first time, I'm happy to share the previous webinar with you so you can be in the loop with the series. And Sharon asked if
Come back in again.
Yeah.
So can you talk about the inner senses and how they can assist you to create your own reality? So basically, we use these inner senses, our imagination, and our imagination is all using our inner senses. So when we imagine into the future and we imagine good things happening to us, we draw towards us those things that we're thinking about, that we're imagining, that we're visualizing. And so the more we can visualize positive things, visualizes things that we would like to happen in the future, and focus on those things rather than all the things that we might worry or be anxious about, then we're going in the right direction. So it's really important to learn how to manage these thoughts, and each and every word we actually use in our thoughts as well, words and pictures and sounds. So it's a very, very important and very essential part of living a happy life, is to be able to be conscious of those inner senses. Thank you, Sharon.
Julia is commenting. I'm going to put it up.
Okay, so Julia says, I notice it's easier for me to visualize inner sight and sound, but not smells. It seems odd because I normally have a tremendous sense of smell. Yes, it's just, what the lovely thing about sophrology is, it's just interesting. Each exercise, and every time we do the same exercise, something different happens. So perhaps the next time you did that same exercise, the smell might be much stronger. It's just fascinating to discover how our own body and our own mind and our own inner senses work. So thank you, Julia.
And that's why we are focusing our webinars on awareness, because you can never get totally aware. You always go through the process of becoming more and more and more aware. And this is an example where you think one thing, but then you actually become aware of another thing, or you discover it in another way during the next exercise. So just let me see. Okay. So I'm going to continue what I started before we started getting questions. So yeah, so in this webinar series, as we already said, we had the present time, and then we had the future, which is the second level. Then on the third level, we become aware of the past and the emotions, and then the fourth level of the oneness. The thing is, these webinars that we are doing right now, they are just giving away a piece of a puzzle, because each level has 8 exercises in total, and each exercise is supposed to be
6 or 8.
6 to 8. And the recommendation would be to practice each exercise every day for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Take over,
right.
please. Please take over.
And when we do the courses, you would have an audio MP3 of the exercise to practice every day, which we try to make it as easy for you as possible. So you can download the audio, you can take it around with you can do the exercise at work, you can look like you're busy, but you're actually listening to the Sophrology exercise and doing it. In the train, even out walking, sitting on a park bench. Later on, there's walking ones too. So it's really made to fit into everyday life.
So I'm going to ask a question myself. So why is it recommended to be repeated one exercise for a week? What is the advantage?
Well, there's always a good question.
Thank you.
There's all there's a few different reasons. Just like Julia was saying, she didn't notice her sense of smell, or it was less than the others. By doing it regularly for a week, you'll notice all different things. You'll go, oh, okay, today I did do the sense of smell, or maybe it just never comes. All these different things happen. Secondly, by repeating it, we're actually we're integrating into our daily life, so that, and the aim is that these things just happen automatically. So automatically our 5 senses become much more acute. So we're just going, wow, I can smell more things, I can taste more things. So the more we can use our 5 senses, the more pleasure we get. But of course, it's not only the 5 senses, but every exercise that we keep repeating, we're growing in awareness and consciousness. So it's quite incredible that just every tiny little thing we notice increases our consciousness, shines us light into the darkness, awakens us. Quite incredible, really. So it's really important. The more you do them, Even if you did them twice a day, it's good. 3 times a day. Some of my sophologists in training have done that and loved it.
Amazing. Thank you, Dorna. If there are no more questions, I'm going once, going twice. Thank you very, very much for being with us today. And we cannot wait for the next webinar, which is going to be exactly in a week. We wish you a great day or evening, depending on where you are in the world, or morning. And see you soon.
Bye-bye. Lovely.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.